Memories, eh? I was just listening to the Who Loves You album by the Four Seasons, which came out, I think, 1979, around about there. I first heard it in 1981 when my flatmate, when I was at Teachers College, had the copy of the album. You know, the girl dancing on the hand on the cover. And I had access to his stereo and all his record collection, and that's how I learned or fell in love with the Stranglers, a couple of other artists, and of course the Four Seasons album, Who Loves You. And I think it was true then and it's true now that some albums have a mystical feel to them. It's like they were meant to be made. It's like every track forms part of that whole, which separates it from other albums. Lots of albums, unfortunately, comprise the bulk and some filler to make up the space. So the artist had these songs, and then they created this amount just to fill up the space because there wasn't enough material to take up a recording or a record. And of course, back then it was a vinyl 12-inch album. So there's a few albums over the years for me personally, and everybody has their own tastes, that have had that quality. And Who Loves You was perhaps the first album that really had that quality for me. I was, I think, going on 18 at the time at Teachers College, and I discovered this album, and I've loved it through the years. And I haven't listened to it much lately, but rediscovered it, put it on my phone, and have since, today, played it quite a bit. And it's just one of those magical albums that talks of better times. We've lost music's just shite now. But talking about things, getting reminiscent, let's talk about another thing from the past that still seems to be doing okay today, and that's passion pop. This is a wine that you can pick up for $7 something in Dan Murphy. It's a 750 ml bottle. It's pretty low alcohol for a wine, coming in at a healthy, unhealthy 9% ABV. It's got this thing on. And when I came to Australia, you could pick up a bottle of this for $2.99 a bottle. That's what $1.99 or $2.99 a bottle. And wow, when you first came to Australia, everything was really cheap then. You could go and buy a can of soda, as the Americans call it, for 30 cents. You could buy this and that, and everything was so bloody cheap, even compared to New Zealand back then. Now everything's expensive, but this is still relatively cheap. And what I like about this wine is it's one of those spumante style wines, but it's heavily flavored with passion fruit. It's quite sweet, it's bubbly, and one bottle of this goes down just like that. Second bottle doesn't go down quite so well, but one bottle makes you feel happy. And it's got a reputation for being very popular as a young person's first wine, a party drink. You go to a party, yee-hoo, and you've got a bottle of passion pop, and circulate amongst your friends. I'm just eating as well while I'm reviewing. I remember when I was at Teachers College, me and my mate get in their cars. I wasn't driving then. We'd just drive around, see if there was a party. We'd go gate crash it and just go and hang out there and have a good time. 1981, New Zealand, Palmerston North. Of course, now you gate crash, you get stabbed and end up in intensive care or dead. Things change, huh? Passion pop looks like a white wine, medium carbonation, if any. Smell, Sweet, fruity, passion fruity, white wine, nice. Taste it. It's sweet, but the carb. What I like about this one, I think what's very clever about this wine, is that the sweetness is balanced with the carbonation, and the carbonation, like in Coke, this is what makes Coke so popular. You got that sweetness that's balanced by carbonation, and carbonation gives it that offsets the sweetness. It makes it refreshing and enjoyable at the same time. Big shout out to these chips too. If you see these in the supermarket, get them. No flavour, just slightly salted. Beautiful snack. So, passion pop. You know, if I have a hard day's work, for example, and these days, trust me, most days are hard dealing with people and their finances. You go home after work and you're buggered. And a bottle of this goes down well, lifts you up, makes you feel, puts you back on top again. And that's the great thing about having a drink sometimes, you know. You don't have to sort of become an alcoholic. You don't have to sort of go overboard. You don't have to get pissed. But you can have a bottle of passion pop and it just lifts you. It just takes you to that next level when you're feeling shite. It is a great drink. It is a great wine. And it is great to have some memories from better times. Not necessarily easy times, not necessarily better times, but just times that you didn't have to worry about global warming. You didn't have to worry about fucking Israel. You didn't have to worry about the fucking cunt that is Trump. I mean, you know, they're talking now in Iran, rightfully so, putting a bounty on his head. You know, we'll pay you $1 million, $2 million to shoot the cunt, kill him. I'm up for it. Send me the money, I'll kill him. I'll do it for half the price. That's the kind of world we live in, mate, folks. It's all madness now. So enjoy some passion pop if you can. It's cheap. It's everywhere. Enjoy it. Bye.